Bad work for Durk. Bad work for Bricc Baby. Let's get to the content.
Trenches where you need to spin the block with the homie Ray Give TV, the hardest working clubhouse YouTuber in the game. Hey yo, Ray, let's get to the content.
It's Ray Give TV.
Spin the block.
See, I hadn't did the math until Loose Cannon. Right?
Yo.
What's up? What up?
What's up with the act?
So,
What's going on?
We didn't apply pressure, Act. We
What's going
applied so much pressure. Your man,
Who my man?
Bricc, is exposing himself. But first of all, can you tell these two dudes
Yeah.
who you told me Bricc Baby was to the Rolling 60s? What did you tell me? He was.
So I heard he's like one of the, like pretty much the top guy. Like he's right below Big U. He's in Fourt.
You breaking my heart. You breaking my heart, Act.
No, but that's kind of how he presents himself. So here's the thing: when I'm not in a realm of things I understand or know, I take people at face value until proven otherwise. So until somebody proves otherwise, the way he talks, I've heard him say that he could make certain things happen, and he's talking like he's one of the big dogs, but he also talks that he put in the work himself. So when a man tell me who he is, I'm not one that is of liberty to say he's not.
Act.
Luce, I know you that guy too. But and again, that's why I think I told Wack, I said he gotta put you on No Jumper more, because number one, you're hilarious. I watch your channel like every day, like every day you put up his clown, and I watch. But I think because Bricc gets to almost be the authority.
Bricc ain't like that.
Really?
No.
Oh man.
Both of them are from Rolling 60s, Act.
Hey, will a nigga get choked up and he ain't dead yet? Come on
I
now.
think he had like a little explanation for that. I think he said it wasn't really choked up. He was preventing him from doing. I don't know what it was.
Let's go back to last year.
Yeah.
My whole hood said he can't come to the hood no more. That's over with. They was online clowning, talking about Bricc, you can't come to the hood. What's up, King Yellow? And he had to call me.
Yeah.
Really?
To come back to the hood. Yeah, that's when it went. All this went viral last summer. That's when all that happened.
Bricc is a sweetie pie, cuz it's not.
Also,
I ain't doing that.
Also, another thing when I realized the thing with Adam is a really slick motherfucker, right? Adam knows he needs some protection from the streets, so when I seen it, he let go
Bricc
of
can't
everybody
protect
else.
himself.
Oh, okay.
Listen. So we got King Yellow in here. That's great representation for what we do when it comes to the shy. He got a viral video that I believe is aggressive, serious, and positive floating around. Because it's been a couple cats. Got a couple cats just passed, a youngster, and then this happening, and he's one that has removed himself from that environment, like a lot of us have. And you know, he's doing his thing, but he's great. He comes from that culture. He understands it. I've heard him give forewarning over the years. People call him this and call him that, but the things he says, it comes to be. But look, last night we applied some pressure, right? R&B. Play the clip where Bricc Baby tells on himself, R&B.
Oh man.
Probably the first clip. Play the clip.
Bricc Baby telling himself is crazy.
Oh, this is crazy. You're gonna hear it. Rickita.
By the way, Wack. I'm sorry. By the way, Wack. Did you see the latest breaking news on the Durk shit?
What was it? What you got?
Oh my God. So apparently, the way they arrested him last night, you were right on the arrest. We got to give it up. Wack, listen, Wack is not 100%. I even apologize publicly for doubting Wack 100 and the Xposers. The Xposers have came through yet again. Now, they said, so the other dudes got indicted via grand jury, which was they had that indictment for a couple months. Now, remember, I was skeptical that Durk was getting picked up the same day because his name is now on the indictment. We get to find out, you know how he got arrested? A federal agent phoned into the judge and did a complaint. So they're gonna have some type of grand jury stuff on him, but they said that they were monitoring Durk and he had booked a flight to go to Italy. And they said, oh, this thing is running. That's why they locked him up last night.
Yeah, they say he booked like 3 different flights, Switzerland over there.
You know the reason why they picked Puffy up a night early because his plane, his jet, landed in Teterboro.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's what people don't realize.
A lot of people don't know that Puff rents the jet out.
But also, a lot of people don't realize that, and you notice, if you when Sean Carter and Beyonce come to New York, they all land in Teterboro. So
we land in Teterboro when we come in private, Jersey.
Yeah, so people are like, well, the jet didn't come to New York. It's
New York private airstrip is Teterboro.
There we go.
That's where we landed, the closest one. So, and he rents his jet out, so it could have been somebody else just coming into New York. And Puff ain't even, because whoever's booking the jet, he don't know where it's at. And because that jet landed, they said, oh, no, you got to go. R&B, can you play that clip with Bricc Baby tells on himself? It's the first clip I sent you.
This is crazy.
Hello on Pop and Quando to Durkin. That's what they were saying on the Akademiks stream, or people were alluding that you had dropped.
That ain't tell it. That ain't tell it. That ain't tell it. That ain't tell it. That ain't tell it.
All right, YouTube family, y'all know I'm on the job, man. And it seems like the pressure, the heat is starting to get to that boy Bricc Baby to the point where he literally just slipped up and
pause it, baby. Pause it. Pause it. All right. Yeah. So on here, leave that alone. RB on here, he admits that he was dropping the load.
No way. Stop it, Wack. Stop it. hey, I read through the whole indictment. It said co-conspirator Fourt. His job was to drop the location of the hotel and any significant spot that he had to drop on that Quando went. They dropped a clothing place, supposedly on Melrose. So they were, and by the way, I read through the whole thing. That's the only co-conspirator that never traveled, that seemed local, that's already there. So maybe it's some Chicago nigga that was out there for a while, but it feels like this might be a West Coast guy. I don't know though.
Yeah, I don't think. Hey, listen, man. Everybody else from Chicago, they traveled, they got on flights, they did everything, they booked the room. I'm not saying that it's Bricc Baby, but I'm saying number 4 sound like somebody that was planted already in LA.
Now watch this. Okay, but watch this.
Wack, I told you.
No, hold on. Let me do the timeout. I'm gonna pass it to you, Luce.
Because ain't no Chicago nigga.
The man is killed.
Ain't no Chicago nigga was gonna know that Quando Rondo was moving around like that. We don't.
He get killed 2022, right? Late. February 2023, the world, when he got killed, we thought it was a bad weed deal with some Armenians or Persians.
Exactly.
That's what we all thinking. This fool goes on the show with Flacco and says, at least they can't say OTF didn't slide no more. Flacco said, what you talking about? He throws a name out. He said, no. The dude that got killed with Quando. They can't say OTF didn't slide no more. He's the first one to put it on OTF. Okay, that's February. 4 months later, Loose Cannon. Tell him what happens in June, 4 months later.
See, 4 months later, Bricc Baby, they hit Bricc Baby house. Once they hit Bricc Baby house, they're going to get that AK. Once they get that AK, Bricc Baby end up telling everything. And then he end up having a conversation with 600 to get the nigga Big Useless wrapped up too. So 600, you tell him what Zaire Mitchell told you.
Who's Zaire Mitchell?
That's Bricc Baby.
Bricc Baby.
Oh man.
So what Zaire Mitchell tell you when they release him from the feds?
So when he get out, listen, this is what happened. He like, bro, they got Big U on the Rico. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, bro, it's ugly, gang. They want Cuz in jail. They tied Cuz to a hot one out there. Woo. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, we got the same lawyer. It's ugly for Cuz. You know what I mean? It's all bad. He was like, but listen, you ain't got nothing to worry about. It ain't no 6-0 Rico. It's a big U Rico. Everybody he been fucking with. I said, ooh, it's
Now,
ugly.
stop. When Quando leaves LA after the shooting and returns back to Georgia, what does Quando do, Loose Cannon?
Drop the
He said he
flag.
don't want to bang no more.
What did he find out?
He found out that the homies was putting drops on him, sending his locations.
Yo, where you at? Where you at?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Luce put me on to this because I remember even when he was talking about. I mean, you know, obviously I'm not from the West and I'm not like a street dude like that. But when he was explaining to me some of the tactics that's on the West, and he was even saying how, like, say for example, the Meek Mill situation got lined, and I'm like, wait, so you tell me the guy you check in with could line you up? I never knew that was a thing. I thought that was like an oxymoron. Now I kind of realize I'm like, well, that would probably be for like a non, you know, member of what they are.
Schoolboy Q did an interview, right? Not too long ago I seen it. He said, y'all dudes is falling off for this check-in thing with some dude somebody put you with that you don't even know, and you don't even know that the dudes they putting you with is the ones lining you up. Now it's different act if you got a relationship with somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's different. But if like you like, yo, I'm going to LA talking to your boy, yo, get with my homie. And you don't know if this dude got hard times. You don't know what's going on with this dude. He knows this other dude got an issue with you. That's a bag.
Man. So, but why would they like? So again, y'all got to explain a little bit of the gang stuff to me. So Quando was a Crip. Why would other Crips line up a Crip? That don't make no sense.
The biggest killer of a Crip has always been a Crip.
Of course. You have to understand, Quando Rondo banged Rolling 60s out in Georgia.
That's a fact.
Yeah, our shit so scandalous. We got more homies than killed by homies than enemies. Them is facts.
Yo, what's the saying, Luce? You ain't a
real 6-0 until you kill one.
What?
The most ignorant thing ever, right?
Yo, King Yelling. It's a fact.
Shit.
No, this real. This is why we didn't woke up like.
Wait, hold on, Wack. Could you adjust the timeline for me? Because even when I was going through the timeline, I know there's a certain point that I've seen Quando sit down with Big U. Is this before the Lil Pop thing or after? And how does that play?
Before. That's when Big U went to like Breakfast Club or something and exposed Quando's text messages.
Oh yes, that's true. You're right.
Right?
You're right.
And Quando felt some type of way about it, and somebody called him on it. Luce might know some details on that. And Big U kind of like, he might have lightweight apologized because he seen Quando on the rise. Quando up on the NBA. NBA ain't fucking with Big U.
No, but Quando Rondo was gonna tell on everything. Dead homies, he was gonna tell because he was like already like the people that he trusted already threw him under the bus and got his homie killed. So he felt like you know what, I'm gonna just tell on everything. So Big Useless, he was like, well, let me just try to clean it up. But it was already too late now. You get what I'm saying?
Man, this shit get deep. It's treacherous.
So,
here's my thing.
So Quando's from the rack.
And by the way, I'm gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate. So when it comes to Bricc, right? Isn't it a possibility that there's another person that might be a street dude that probably gave up the drop, or like it would be shocking to me that
all we got is what we got. We don't, we don't know.
Listen, the only other person it could be would still utilize Bricc to do it, and that's the grid worker. But even him would utilize Bricc to do that.
But you know the crazy part, because when Bricc went to jail, Bricc lied to Adam and told Adam that he needed some bail money, right? And so Adam brought bail money to one of the homies, but Bricc Baby just used the money to move out the hood to the valley.
At that time, I was his savior. He was telling me everything. You know what I'm saying? He like, bro, they've been watching me since March. That's what he said. You feel me?
Hold on, stop. Now look, he did this sit down with Flacco in February when he says, at least they can't say OTF didn't slide no more.
Yeah.
Right? March, they get on this bumper because he was the first mention to the world publicly of the OTF. Luce, you remember when the conversation came up about the Quando thing? What did I tell you and argue you down to? What did I tell you?
You was telling me it was like some weed stuff, and I was like, no, it wasn't.
And
I told you,
that's what I told you last night. I thought it was. I was like, this new to me.
Yeah, no, I was telling Wack, I was like, no, it was the Bricc thing. You get what I'm saying? Wack swear, but then I was lying. And I was telling him like, no, because it was that. I know for a fact because one of the homies hit me. I can't name the other homie because he a solid nigga and he stay off the internet.
Yeah, that should get deep, man. That should get deep. But I mean, you know, the whole thing was sloppy anyway. You know, I'm not condoning nothing or wishing none on nobody. But I mean, if you're gonna do something, do it right, bro. I mean, come on, bro.
Yeah.
So I guess this is like a larger question right here, right? So let's say, just for the sake of argument, right? I'm still skeptical, but let's say for the sake of argument that co-conspirator, which by the way, I went through all of them. I knew co-conspirator was Durk. Co-conspirator 2 is the shooter. I think the shooter's telling. Co-conspirator 3, that's the person who got the OTF credit card. All the flights, hotels, travel. Co-conspirator 4, he got the drop. And he's the only one that seems like he ain't flying or nothing. And then co-conspirator 5, apparently he told 2 where to go because he probably was in communication with 4. Okay? But we don't know if he's local or not. Actually, it was said that he's not local, so he knows 2. Or not 2, 2. No, not 2.
2 is the shooter.
Yeah, no. He knows 4. So 4 is the guy with the drop. He's a local guy, and he's routing the information because the day they land, Grant comes in on a private jet from Miami. And then the others, they come in on 2 tickets. By the way, Durk had tell him, say, hey, listen, he told the booker person, said, don't book nothing under any name I'm connected with. They booked 2 flights. And you had Didi and another guy on one flight, and then you had the other 3 on the other flight. So everybody get there. And the first day, the co-conspirator 4 says, yo, they're down at the hotel. That's the last time I seen Quando. Go check it. They go to the hotel, trying to do what they're going to do. They can't find him. The next day, they go back to the hotel. Still don't see him. Co-conspirator 4 hit him and said, yo, they just dipped out. They just dipped out to somebody. Oh, no, they dipped out to a clothing place on Melrose. They start driving, trying to figure out the clothing place. They finally spot the car, and then the Infinity, which had the 3 shooters in there, they pull into kind of like a little alley area, and they try to do it at the gas station. So, I mean, when you kind of look at it like that, you kind of get to realize all these co-conspirators, you could kind of almost think what they did. You know what I mean? Whoever 3 is that was using the credit card. And I mean, right now, Durk got to know who the person telling. Whoever booked all y'all flights, you know that's co-conspirator 3. We know the boss is 1 because he said, I got money on this guy head. And he also said, hey, if y'all do this, I'm going to give y'all some music opportunities. And then we know 2, he hopped out the Infinity with the other 2 dudes and did the shooting. So he's a trigger man.
Niggas killing for record deals for a chain.
Bro.
There's a co-operator.
Hey, you know, I know a couple of them niggas personally since I was a kid. I know them niggas personally, man. And some of them niggas is GDs. Them not even no BDs. Like niggas is crazy.
Hey, am I incorrect in thinking, and maybe it's just because, you know, obviously I'm consuming a lot of street content through the internet, so y'all are actual street niggas. I've seen Chicago niggas remain solid. Atlanta be looking weak. It look like they folding. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how LA is, but I haven't seen the Chicago dudes just roll over, but it clearly is a bunch of cooperants in this because this don't go down without it. Somebody has to, remember, it's not RICO where they're saying, oh, OTF is a gang that does crime. All they're saying is that you hired him, which somebody has to corroborate.
Somebody got to corroborate.
But that's ain't that OTF Jam? Jam the one that told on that thing.
But I think it's more than him.
Jam the one
who's the one wearing the wire?
Everybody jammed up.
Hey, listen.
Jam got everybody jammed up. He's the one who wore the wire, right?
He wore the wire.
He been wearing the wire. Then I found out, he was OTF Booney co-defendant on that case, and he felt like Durk was playing favoritism, when he came home. And then while he was locked up, his baby mama got killed, and ain't nobody do shit. So he already had hidden agendas already of what he was gonna do. It was already something. Then they say he just got caught with a gun. So instead of him going back on that gun case, he just told on the whole infrastructure.
So that's why I said in my video this morning, right? All these dudes, overlooking these dudes, got cases, how they gotten out of jail, what's your status, when you go back to court.
Niggas getting right out of jail. You getting caught with a gun.
They not addressing, and they're not pressing it. And so when they come back and bite them in the, later on, it's their fault. You have to press, if you in that type of lifestyle. That's mandatory.
Yeah, but you have to see the nigga Bricc Baby was slick at it. You get what I'm saying? He yelled on No Jumper about certain things to try to get away from him. But he's the one that started the telling.
No. I'm talking about Durk. I'm talking about Durk on how you around somebody and you not pressing him like, bro, like you just said, he got a gun case. What's up with your gun case, bro? When you go to court?
Yeah,
but
that's another thing.
You don't know if you pressed them or not, though, for real.
Jammed up and don't nobody they getting jammed up.
That's a fact. Ain't no street nigga exempt from getting ratted on, bro.
Out,
you don't know until a nigga do it.
And letting niggas right out the back door, man. After they done gave the info up, man.
That's a
fact.
fact.
Don't even know that they got snatched. Boy, where you was at, man? I was asleep. I was at my bitch crib. Boy, your ass was in there with them people, telling everything.
That's a fact.
And now look, nigga have moles in their circles.
So my question is this, right?
For him to put a wire on.
Do you think, right? Because I feel like, I could be wrong, Akademiks is with me, I feel like Durk had a pretty strong infrastructure. I could be wrong. You know better than us because you from the Chi. You know these dudes, right? I just know Durk. Now, seeing it break away, because obviously it's internal telling, do you think some superseding's gonna come? Because now they may talk on other things that happen. We hearing things in rap songs. We left him under the tree.
They probably now they gonna probably look at all the things that was going on. Yeah. You got the little nigga Faso, man. Faso said, man, you can have this OTF chain back, man. I'm going back to school, man. The niggas running away from this shit, man.
Wait, so he said that when?
Huh?
When he say that?
He just posted that shit earlier. That's the young nigga. He only 17. He just signed. He said, man, you can have that chain back, man. I'm going back to school, man. Niggas ain't trying to get themselves involved in that, man.
That's the best thing
they
for
use that credit card and that shit say OTF. Hey, listen, when you put shit in your business and do all that, guess what? Okay, this was you was taking care of all your business through this. They gonna seize all that money. If you get all that money under OTF, the feds can seize that. They can seize all your business.
Right. Because this, especially with this type of murder, correct me if I'm wrong, because they gonna say this was done for the betterment of the game.
Yeah.
And then turn around and label it just like they would label the Gambino's family money. Even though you got it through these legal avenues, they can say you're utilizing it for illegal. Yeah.
Illegal shit. Now they gonna seize all that shit. They gonna seize this shit because of that.
And by the way, this, when it comes to forfeiture, this is a little bit even more detailed and pronounced than even the Young Thug situation, and that's a RICO, because they're literally saying they're using company cards to book private jets, all the travel, all the hotels. You bought the ski mask, you gave out everything is on the company card. Actually, they bought the ski mask with cash, but everything else is on the company card, which is like, I don't
throw all the money in the strip club, but use the company card to incriminate yourself.
Man, that's the dumbest.
I gotta remind the homies to not use the company card to book the murder vehicles.
The average nigga, they stupid. He ignorant. They're ignorant. He thinking that, okay, I'm not using Durk Banks, but Durk Banks is behind OTF. This is your shit. So no matter what, now guess what? Anything that goes on with OTF, you was held responsible for that shit.
Yeah.
That's why you got the top of the thing. Nigga, you the dog, you the big dog of this shit. Okay, you using this OTF shit, we coming to get you. OTF and every motherfucker on there. They might come get everybody after this shit.
So what's his exact charges?
Man, murder for hire.
Murder for
hire. Wait, they got a name for it because he was flying
Durk's
people
charges,
another state.
Durk's charges are gonna come in on a superseding indictment.
Yeah, but right now,
the holding charge is murder for hire, but they're also gonna put attempted murder for hire as well for Quando, because remember they killed one. I mean, regardless, the murder for hire carries the murder for hire carries death or life. So
then you got Quando.
I was looking it up right now.
So they're gonna probably put it's gonna be a situation where it's gonna be multiple life sentences they're gonna go after.
So the question is, Yellow.
Hey man, them niggas finna get to singing, man.
It already started. Once the feds get you, is nothing you could really do.
Let me ask you, King Yella. This is a hard question. I ain't trying to put you in the trick bag. I know what I'm thinking. Durk got life plus with a murder for hire and attempted murder for hire in front of him. But they tell him, if you give us these 5 bodies, we'll give you this dime. What he gonna do?
Oh no, I ain't no telling. You know these niggas playing this super tough shit now, and trying to stand. Durk might stand strong. I don't know about everybody else.
I'd be surprised if Durk.
I don't know what he gonna do. I done seen the toughest niggas roll over. So I don't know what he.
I did too, but I ain't talking about the toughest niggas. I'm talking about the niggas that playing tough and got a point to prove. That's what these niggas is now doing on the internet now.
No, you right.
All this shit that's happening right now, the internet forced him. You ain't slide for bond. The niggas ain't slide for bond. This shit is making it. Come on, man. And
that's what's crazy, because that's what the weirdo Bricc Baby said.
Hookah butts.
Yeah, he.
and then you got the.
Where does he get these fucking names from?
On the thing, right, or whoever. I don't even think these niggas even knew King Von. You niggas.
No, I tell people that. I said, I don't think a lot of these people
you can't find a picture around that nigga. These niggas is dick suckers, man. You niggas sucking dick for a chain and a record deal to be around fame, and you niggas losing y'all life. I'm not losing my life for none of these bitch ass niggas. Them niggas finna be in that bitch and rotten, stupid. They ain't finna have no lawyers, nothing. They gonna be like the other 6 niggas off the Duck case.
And by the way, I think this is what's gonna come down in Durk's indictment. That's why I think it's gonna be a bigger thing. And by the way, it might turn to a RICO. So they have this as a murder for hire, but if there's a cooperant, keep in mind, these look like some guys who he probably thought was gonna, do the hit. This wasn't the first attempt at Quando's life. This is why Durk was talking like that in them songs, basically saying, come outside. Quando had a show shot up, and there was 3 other shootings in Savannah, allegedly, that people thought were targeted at Quando, supposed to be the get back for Von. So if the feds are doing what they're doing, they're not just gonna say we're gonna just only charge you for this. If whoever is snitching saying, oh nah, he sent to Savannah too, they're gonna roll up those attempts.
Man,
hey, you know what? Right? I'm gonna be real.
They finna pull up everything on that.
I'm gonna be real. They putting them lifetops, 50 years or better on the table. You are absolutely right. Okay, what happened with this? What happened with that? What happened with this? Them dudes about to start rocking and rolling, bro. Because a lot of them little dudes ain't did no real time. You got a dude 23, you talking about giving him 50. Another dude 28, you talking about giving him life. You tell a dude, we gonna unfreeze your money, give you 10 years, but give us these 5 bodies on these situations. I hate to say it.
Yeah, he might fall.
I'm with 600. I'm with 600. He gonna think I got the money to get on. I can go to Europe, lay low, and Gunna did it. Gunna did it. This dude did it. That dude did it. Why not? He may have some scrutiny going on because he called Gunna a rat, and I know Gunna sitting back saying, "Okay, let me see what you tough ass niggas gonna do." I know that's what he doing.
with them
Man,
elbows on the table.
they call
got,
it
hey, man,
snitching,
light,
telling the
help
truth
us.
nowadays. I just told the truth.
Hey,
Wait,
but I
what are
thought
you talking about
thought
down
about
there,
that.
Luke?
I thought about that for the niggas on the duck case. Ain't none of them little niggas tell.
No,
So
yeah,
None
what
of
I'm
them niggas
saying is,
folded.
Wack, they call it snitching, telling the truth now. So all they're gonna do is just say, "I just told the truth."
The most
The
little
truth-
buster
Hey,
quotes these little young
the
dudes got
truth,
now,
the truth shall set you free.
bro.
Yeah,
The most
that's what
little
they doing now.
the most little busterous quote they got is, "I'ma ride with you, right or wrong." That's the most busterous quote they got out.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the whole Durk thing. I think he looked at the Diddy stuff, and a lot of people said, "Man, look how they doing Diddy. Diddy should have fled." They got it right here. They said he booked 3 flights. One was to Switzerland, Dubai, and then the last one was to Italy. He didn't board the first 2 because the cops was there waiting. He didn't board the first 2, and then before he could get to board the last one, they found out where it was and just went and snatched him. So, you know what I mean? That's a red flag already. If you booking 3 flights to different countries.
Yeah,
that's
you told
right.
on yourself.
Man, you know what, man? I really forgot about that case, right? When it happened, I'm like, man, that's Beverly Hills, bro. They gonna listen. It was a high one happened in my neighborhood about 12, 13 years ago, right? They subpoenaed every camera down the main street to get them dudes, right? They ended up beating it though. But so I'm like, oh, that's Beverly Hills, high profile type stuff. I said, man, they gonna get caught, whoever that is. You feel what I'm saying? But I said the word on the street was it was like a deal going bad, something.
No,
yeah, that's what it was. That's why when Bricc Baby came out with they can't say OTF against Slava King Von no more. Niggas
right
talking about. Like, we all thought it was a bad weed deal. He came out, said it, February, March, they got on him, what he told you. June, they kicked in his door, the feds, find the K. They already was coming for probably this situation. And I heard him say today, they took his phone and still haven't given it back.
Hey, let me ask y'all this, because y'all know
Akademiks, did you catch that?
No, I caught that. I'm asking y'all about, like, in terms of, let's assume he's co-conspirator for it. They're probably gonna call him in, and if they really thought he wasn't part of planning it, they might give him some type of sweetheart deal as a proffer, saying, hey, check this out. If you cooperate with us, hand over everything, you tell us what you did, we'll give you this, or it'll be deferred to something that could be worked into his other Fed case, right? Do you think that is Bricc, because he's a street guy, like, Bricc seemed like a solid dude. Like, he's probably the dude who'd be like, man, I'm gonna go, if you're gonna charge me with accessory or conspiracy, I'd rather go do my time. I'm not gonna go.
Listen. Look. He already got booked by the feds. Bricc been in jail for years before. He's a felon. He ain't stepped foot in jail yet. He ain't spent nothing in jail yet.
He caught this case June 2023. They took the K, and he said today they took his cell phone and haven't given it back. He's cracking. He's telling on himself, right? You co-conspirator Fourt was dropping pin drops, was he not?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, he said they got my phone. I don't know why they didn't give it back. So what he said, right? He hasn't had a court date for the AK-47.
He already told. Me and Wack was arguing about this.
Wait, you think so?
Me and Wack was arguing about this. I told Wack, I was like, Wack, you don't know what you're talking about. He was like, yes, I do on Pyro. And I was like, no, Wack, I'm telling you.
Listen, I had no idea that Bricc Baby, because he said it today. If I drop pin drops, that ain't telling. If I'm dropping lows, fool, if the feds know you dropping lows, that means you part of the case. That means they didn't wrap you up. And when you got in there, you done did some telling on something.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. You know, you got to tell up on something big. They got him for that little chop. Now what else you got? Oh, well,
But the chop was a bonus, Six. They came to get him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he exposed the OTF involvement.
Right.
They probably investigated him and seen the pin drops. They came for the phone. Because he said they took his phone and haven't given it back. He said it today. Right?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
So now I've been screaming, when's your court date?
It's been a year and a half.
Me and you both know, Six, because he called you. I called you and told you Bricc in jail. You called me and say, day later, Wack, he just hit me. He telling me, Big U got an indictment.
Yep.
Then 2 months later, he tell us they gonna pick Big U up. 2 months later, they pick Big U up in August.
And now he out on the same thing with no court date.
He go for 2-3 days and he out. Now, we gotta understand this. Quando was checking in with 2 people. Obviously, him and Big U had a whatever going on. We seen that on social media. Big U mad, he texting him, he ain't responding. He exposed Quando's text, he apologized. I believe, did he get Quando to do his checking in podcast after that?
I don't know if it was after or before, but he definitely did it.
Yo, we got Bricc Baby, Akademiks.
Hello?
We got Bricc Baby.
Oh, shit. Hey, I'm gonna hold out the 2% of hope. You know, I heard Remo said he called Bricc Baby 8 times yesterday. He doesn't answer. He usually answers. Flacco said he called him 7 times. I'm gonna think that he probably was smoking in the morning, you know, off them perks. He was probably knocked out. I think today he gonna say he don't got nothing to do with this, or if he do, I think he gonna try to stand solid. Everything I've heard about this guy don't sound like the guy who would just cooperate.
Listen, Act. We're gonna keep saying the same thing. He already got picked up by the feds.
Do you think he already telling the gun case?
He ain't been in jail.
Hold on, 600. Bricc Baby, what do you have to say?
I did everything.
You did what?
Man? I did everything.
You cooperate. What? So,
yo, these guys.
Yes.
Was you the one dropping the lows?
Yes.
So why haven't you had a court date?
I told. I made a deal.
No.
Man. So
We
you
hearing
can
this
just
from Bricc.
so you can just travel. You can just travel like that.
Yes.
No ankle monitor.
No.
We seen you go to Atlanta and back in Florida and back in Texas and back.
I told them people long way too.
Oh, that's too much. Hold on. Now let me ask you something, Mac.
Yeah.
Do you think if it comes out that Bricc told, do you think Adam is gonna keep him in the building?
Yes.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, I guess you know.
Huh?
No, of course. Well, I think Adam has him there for protection, and I think we've seen what.
What kind of protection? The minute they label him a rat, hey, who he gonna protect?
Well, I mean, look at YSL Woody. So people who cooperate could be super tough. I don't think Adam care about anything else other than somebody who's down to crash out and super tough.
Let's talk about the facts, Act.
Okay.
Bricc Baby had people choke him out at his workplace. He couldn't protect himself. Bricc Baby had people coming to his job, threatening him. He went and locked the door, would not come outside. He cannot protect himself.
That's not true. It was
what's not true? You didn't see it. You didn't see it when the 2 gang members came up there talking about Bricc come outside. They called Adam like, "Hey, Bricc up in there. What's up?"
I believe that was 4 extras in Sporty Face.
You don't remember that?
Yeah.
He can't protect himself.
Yo, who told you all these things? Act about Bricc, that he was this
You know what's crazy, Wack? People outside of LA only see who's on TV about LA popping.
Facts.
This is why we on here and we gotta expose the busters, because a lot of dudes go out of town, bro, and they act like they something they different. Because a lot of people from the outside is not tuned in to the underworld, to the streets, to the homeland, so they can go other places like on 6 South.
Yeah, put extras on it.
Yeah,
now
they
he got
can
the
do
whole. I'm gonna be real, Luke. You and 600. I hope y'all don't get mad at me. Ain't none of y'all fucking with Bricc when it come to like the Denzel Washington, the talk, the walk, the, you know what I'm saying?
Well, this the thing, right?
Y'all
I don't want to mess with him on that level. I stopped game banging 9 years ago.
Hey, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
The difference
is,
is,
I'm watching college football. I don't want to listen. I don't want to be in them people paperwork and them indictments. See, he's still trying to prove something he never was. We made it already. I'm trying to be like you, right? I'm not saying on 6 so while we on here, we can sit back and have a normal, civilized conversation.
No, the difference is not acting. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody know, like, if I want to, I'm gonna do something to you, put you on camera, or I just leave it off on camera and just let the world speak to it. Bricc Baby is just known for getting choked up, getting something done to him. Everything on camera.
What about this thing?
He got beat up by Black Sam at the shoe con.
Wait, what'd you say?
He got choked out at work. You know
he
what
told
I mean?
me he had a kill squad going on. That
Ain't
really
no kill squad, bro. Him and his homie got shot up.
Who has
the dude
a
Barry
kill
got shot
squad?
up.
Wait, now let's address this. You know the feds then came to your house June 2023, and you hollering on no jumper. I got kill squad outside, live.
You tell
Was he trying to get rid of them too? Was he sending a pin drop to the feds for the kill squad that's outside? Or was it that nobody was outside?
The SWAT team, the boys in blue.
Was it somebody was outside and you saying, I got kill squad outside with the bottom lip? I got kill squad outside. Are you telling the feds that niggas is outside with the guns? Or are you capping nobody's outside? Which one you think, At?
I mean,
because we know he's already been approached by the federal government.
Not only approached, been raided and arrested by the federals.
Act, June 2023. It ain't been a court date yet.
No, but even this goes even further. His boy got money from Adam to get bailed out, and he couldn't. It ain't no bond.
There's no bond. That's for real. Yeah. See, he knew he never had a bond when he called on Adam for that bail money, and that ain't cool because Adam showed up as a brother. You know, that's like my girl calling you saying Wack need help with his bail, 10,000. You like, Wack, my man, here you go. But I never had a bail. I'm just cooperating and got out anyway.
Right.
And you kept the money.
Nah,
that ain't right. That ain't right.
I mean, something ain't right. Something.
At the end of the day, if it do come out that you know he's a cooperative for, right? I mean, Adam ain't no street dude, so he don't really care about
ain't nobody
that.
gonna care.
Ain't nobody gonna care about that.
But you don't think that Adam may see that maybe potentially it's a threat having Bricc Baby in the build now?
No.
Well, I'm sure they got their own secrets. I
think all this is gonna do is, you know,
Adam don't got no secrets, 600. I ain't gonna let you get that off.
No, when I say secrets, I'm talking about they got their own stuff they deal with. You gotta remember, Wack went on. I mean, Bricc Baby went on there and said, "Yeah, me and Adam do gay stuff all the time." He said,
"Oh yeah." He
on the show.
He did say that.
He said that.
He said, "Me and Adam do gay stuff all the time."
So whatever they got going on is what they got going on. You feel me? They got to ride it out together.
Hopefully it's not involving the dog, because I like the dog. The poodle's cool.
Well, I think what this will do, like, if he luckily skates out of this, I think I watch him and I think he's leaning sometimes into being more of a podcaster, but he still has a foot in the street, and it's really hard to kind of give content but not snitch. You get what I'm saying? Like,
he's using that street stuff to try to scare people away from
He
him.
got a stiletto in the streets. With him, he's a full-grown buster. He's a mark. I'm
that's what I'm saying. He uses that for outside-of-towners on 6-0 because back in the day, that really meant something. People didn't want problems. You know what I'm saying? We're from a notorious neighborhood, bro. When you say that, you will scare off the average civilian.
And by the way,
that's why he does that.
So, you know, when I got like my breakdown of the gang landscape in LA, they said Rolling 60s is like the biggest. And then when I heard that he's the number 2 guy for the Rolling 60s, I said, that means he's the toughest. Like, he's like, if it's like saying,
bro, we're not gonna let you do that. It's
Big Useless is not number 1.
It's an old, real big neighborhood, And for somebody to say Brick's the number 2, that's part of West Coast culture. That's taken away.
You gonna get
from
him
the
into
strength of the
some real
West
trouble,
Coast
right?
culture. Yeah,
Well, I've always heard that Big U is kind of like, I don't know how it works, but like the guy, he's the number 1. And then apparently Bricc Baby reports directly to him. So I'm just thinking hierarchy wise. So I'm like, all right, if he's reporting to the number 1 guy and they're that locked
I ran with Big U for 17 years. I never seen Bricc Baby a day in my life. Funerals, shit at Crenshaw High, studio events, video shoots. I've never seen Bricc Baby a day in my life. So no way. He's not a number nothing to Big U. He's just a flunky when he want him to be.
That's all it
Big
is.
You make him just do videos.
That's it. You gotta
You
understand.
see, I put out the call and he admitted to doing videos because Big U told him to.
Like I was telling you, when me and Bricc was cool last year, he was telling me throughout the whole 6 months, man, Big, you been telling me to make this video about y'all forever, bro. I ain't gonna do it, gang. I ain't gonna do it. So then when he made one and I went in and exposed him, embarrassed him, yeah, bro, I was just content, bro. I ain't trying to do that, man.
And not only that, Big U has been threatening him, telling him if he didn't do this or do this or do that when it came to social media, he was going to expose a video. And we know he was going to expose a video he had of Bricc kind of incriminating himself. This thing he's telling 600.
Puka.
Yeah, you know.
Giving him too much thing calling him Bricc Baby. Cause name is Puka Butts. Come on, let's be fair. Puka Butts. So listen, we know you a rat. Just come out. You already hanging out with YSL Woody. You a good rat. Just be who you are, Puka Butts.
Yeah, see, he kind of in too deep. He got cases and all that, bro. So he probably could have did that before, but he just in too deep. You know what I mean? Yeah. And who knows what his obligations are?
If he was the one dropping them locations, when that paperwork hit, it's going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, more and more info is coming out. I think they're round these dudes up. First they said a restaurant. Now they confirmed the restaurant they went to after was In and Out.
How would they know that, Act?
And they said that the conversation at the In and Out, they know exactly. There's cooperants. There's probably some wires. I mean, for Bricc Baby's sake, I'm hoping he's not involved in this, man. I think at this point he wants to be a podcaster. More like he realized this is a way out, and I think that's what probably got him into a lot of trouble. Because he wants to be a podcaster now. He probably did a lot of stuff in the streets. He want to kind of get out of it now. Just be a podcaster. Just shit. He probably still has some ties to certain people, and you know what I mean. I hope he ain't get that call and say, "Yo, bro, let us know when Quando in town." Because when you let us know,
he said they got his phone. They got what they got. Whatever in there gonna come out. He said they took his phone. They ain't gave his phone back.
He said they still got his phone.
See, that's
what up? Salute.
What's up with it?
It's Rick.
What up, Rick?
What's popping?
I think that's the oddest part about it all. If they only y'all said they raided his house for a gun. If they raided his house,
no. They came and raided his house. The feds, right? See, an AK out here, out here is regular. LAPD hit you for that, right? They came and raided his house for the other situation. During the raid, they find the AK. So that's just icing on the cake.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying? They already have a warrant to raid.
Okay, so some shit going on. Some shit really.
Think about it. They wouldn't know that he have an AK in the house unless his baby mama or somebody in the house didn't told them, right? They're coming there for their own reasons, right? And while they're there, they come across the AK. So this is just another thing against him to get him to cooperate. He hasn't had a court date, Rick. How long I've been screaming about Bricc? First, he denied the arrest.
Right.
Then when we told him for the DW Flame, he broke down and said, I don't know how cuz be knowing, but yeah, I got a case. I got caught with a stick. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Then today, he's saying, watch this. Actually, I just asked the wrong question. They took his phone. That's why they came. That's what the raid was, to come get that phone, and they probably stumbled across the K. He said today they still haven't given him his cell phone back. What they saying? Number 4 was doing that? Dropping what?
Dropping locations.
So Rick, you been following this?
Yeah, I have.
Go ahead.
I've been listening. Yeah, so Akademiks said something in the sense like, he came from the streets and he probably just want to do his podcast or stuff, but coming from the streets, you kind of know what not to.
You on mute, Rick? You still on mute?
Or a hint towards something in the sense. Oh, I'm on mute. You can't hear me?
You back?
Repeat.
Yeah, you're not going to imply or hint something. You're not going to imply or hint something like, they can't say Durk didn't get his lick back. Like, you're not going to say nothing like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you want to get into this realm, if you come from the streets, you don't put like this. Even with us, even with you, I don't never see you directly pointing the finger and saying like, hey man, that came from that. You know what I'm saying? You even like, you know what I'm saying? Watch what you say and how you say it and hear it through and take things in consideration. When a person say that, is strange. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you from the streets,
nobody else even mentioned that.
Yeah, no one wasn't even thinking none of that.
What happened?
Yeah, that was strange that he just implied that when that happened out here. So yeah, like I can't agree with that because he want to do a podcast or stuff. So now he just forgot everything that he been trained and taught on how to what not to speak on publicly and you know what I'm saying? That shit was weird. You know what I'm saying? That's just strange. Strange behavior.
We could be honest. Bricc Baby is really from Atlanta. You get what I'm saying? He got shot, didn't do nothing, went to Atlanta, and became a rolling 60s out there. And then
I thought he was from LA.
No, he was out here. He got popped, went to Atlanta for like 15, 16 years, right?
Oh shit, I don't know. I thought
he came back.
He ain't got no history in my neighborhood.
No, none. Nobody know who he is.
Hey, it's ugly.
Yeah, so when he's like a what we could say like a mole because he know the lingo, he know how to say 6-0, he know how to say but that's all he know how to do. He don't know how to fight. He ain't gonna go out and line up nothing. But he know how to tell.
So is that how he gained a relationship with Durk being in Atlanta and in the studios being out there? That's okay. So that's how he ties into that. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I said, he was out there rapping, bro. He was out there being a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So, at that time, he was the only person who was really, really, pushing and going out city to city like that from my neighborhood on the rap tip.
And by the way, the reason why I had said that maybe he's starting to do more podcasts and stuff and like he's changing how his morals is because I remember when me, Wack, and 6ix9ine sat down, he was one of the people very critical. He said Wack sat down with a rat. He said from the streets you don't associate with rats. And I get it, and I remember during that time Wack could tell you I felt so bad for Wack because I said, yo, the internet's getting at you. They don't mind.
But when you called me, when you called me, you said, Wack, me and 6ix9ine been talking, and we see what's about to happen to you, and we concerned. What did I tell you?
You said run the content. You were actually saying when is Spotify gonna get this shit up? Let's get it up now. And I remember I was talking to 6ix9ine, and I said, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yo, he's taking all the arrows right now. I felt so bad. But anyway, so Bricc spoke out about that, right? But I realized his morals or how he sees stuff, especially now on a content basis, changed because he went down there and he was bowling with YSL Woody, right? So he clearly, if he condemned you for that and then he had a different morals, maybe now he's like, well, maybe I'm less of a street guy. I'm a podcaster now. The podcaster could do it. I don't know how he justified it, but that probably allowed him to get to the point of saying stuff that he thinks is content, but it's probably jamming people up in the street. You get what I mean?
Yeah, but see, he's still straddling the fence because he went down there with Woody to
He
Adam
didn't do
to
the
Woody,
interview.
but then he wouldn't do the interview. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Either you on this side of it or you on that side of it. You down there, you hanging with him, you in the bowling alley, you in Mechanicsville, you
Right.
delivering Adam to it, but you don't want to do the interview.
He was trying to play both sides and he got caught.
He got caught.
When that picture came
Yeah,
out,
but
that was it.
but that's also shows that he an opportunist. He wanted that little bit of talking in his name circulating. Oh shit, Bricc Baby with Woody, yada yada yada. So he's an opportunist too. Like if he would have did the interview, then maybe you could say, okay, he's growing and understanding that he's here to do this, that, and the third. But it's like you got to pick. You can't do both for real. Like if you really from the streets, you're not gonna be able to just do both, hang around here and then go over there and do this, because it's gonna be conversations that's going on. And like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody not gonna understand the business aspect of what's going on. So it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like a person holding a lighter and putting their hand over the fire and going like this. It's like they don't really want to get burnt like that, but you know what I'm saying? They just want to kind of feel a little bit of the heat.
Right. He wasn't making no sense anyway, bro. He was trying to speak up for Gunna. Talking about he didn't tell. And they on the same case. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to speak up for him, but then you trying to act like I ain't messing you because you told. Nigga, Gunna told too. You know what I'm saying? So he don't know what he
who
wants
on
to
the
really.
same case? Wait up. Who's on the same case, Six?
On that YSL shit.
You talking about Gunna and who?
Woody.
No,
Woody.
Oh, Woody, yeah. Well, they both told.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Two birds of a feather flock together.
He's trying to give Gunna the benefit of the doubt, saying Gunna ain't tell. But
Now,
then
what
you
do
trying
y'all
to say
think
that-
about the lyrics? These lyrics. I think these lyrics, especially that one they talking about he left the boy up under the tree. I think a few of these situations gonna roll into other situations. I think that underworld, the so-called of Chirac, is about to shake. Bad.
Well, you have to think about this, right? So, Rico's really tough to beat. That's usually how they do it when they know you got something to do with it, but it's kind of hard to really pinpoint you on it. They haven't even charged you with Rico yet. They just charged you with murder for hire. Now, granted, that's still, we know there's a stint, so it's still a great charge or like a really strong charge. But Durk decided to try to flee the country, which means he know there's much more. Because even with that, you could show up to court and say, yo, I always only told this thing to book flights. Hey, them killing this person, I wasn't the only one with a motive because we all love Vaughn. Yes, I told him to go out there for a music video. He has at least a fighting shot. If Durk,
but they gotta show that. I don't think they were smart enough to actually have a music video set up in LA. I don't think they're smart enough.
But they had a studio session.
That's telling everything wearing a wire. You have a rat telling everything too.
Wack, I agree with that. The point I was making is that I think Durk know that this ain't the only charge. Why do I think he knows it ain't the only charge? Because he's trying to leave the country. You know you're fucked when you're leaving the country. Like
now, I'm gonna tell you where he messed. They would have never gave him a bail or a bond anyway because it's murder for hire. It's Carrie's life. But if he don't have a reason, and it better not be for leisure, to be trying to go to Paris or wherever he was trying to go to, right? They're gonna look at it as you trying to flee the country. A. B. They're gonna say you was utilizing your money to book private jets and flights and rental cars, right? And to finance a crime.
Ack is right, Wack, because you wouldn't try to book 3 different flights and leave the country if you know you ain't guilty. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen,
and it's more than guilt, right? So it's more than guilt. It's like, again, you guys in the streets. So, you might say something happened and say you allegedly get caught up in some murder. When you decide I'm leaving the country, right? This is why people say about Diddy. Like, again, if it's, some people have been charged with sexual assault, right? And they sit and they fight that charge. But they're saying Diddy should have left the country because there's no way for you to get out of this. I think why Durk was gonna leave is Durk knows the Fed's been on to him for a while about other murders, other bodies, all of this stuff you just said, Wack, about leaving the nigga under the tree, that when they finally get this to a time where they're gonna say, are you taking a plea deal? We're not gonna, I mean, they never pursued a death penalty really in Fed court, but they're gonna just say, yo, you're doing life. They're not coming with only this one murder. They're gonna come with 6 other ones. And I think that's why he said, you know what? I'm gonna pack my bags. I'm gonna catch you niggas in Switzerland. I'm out of here. That's the only way, because if it's only one, I see him taking his chances. He got a lot of money, a lot of resources. Maybe could make something shake, even though the feds really have a 97% conviction rate ratio. Maybe could make something shake. But if he know that the feds been on him and he's like, oh shit, now I hear about 3 snitches in the crew. I hear about this. I know I had these same dudes that's a snitch now. Killed 2 other niggas for me. Now I'm just making this up. I don't know if it's true. But
yeah.
If he's thinking like that, hey, my freedom time is done. So let me go at least get a fighting shot by being like, oh, I'm out the country, or going to run a bit. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking.
The thing about this on Wack, if he didn't have no shows out there, he didn't have nothing going out there.
Yeah.
He's dead in the water. And
it
then,
ain't justifiable. You
But
can't claim
he wasn't
leisure
on the
time.
run yet, so he can do that. He ain't gotta have an excuse. He wasn't
Nah,
on the run yet.
Listen, 5 cats just got snatched. Bars.
a couple of hours.
Couple hours. 5 cats just get snatched same day. And now you in Miami trying to book to Paris. You have no shows, you ain't got no meetings, you ain't got no nothing. Right?
I mean, that can go to say, you know, he's a high risk, flight risk, you know. But
but the thing about this,
indicted, if he's not on the run, I can go wherever I want to go.
Okay, think
it's
about
already
this.
out.
I'm not indicted.
5 people just got picked up for murder who utilized a OTF credit card to book the flights to and from and book the rental cars that were used in this crime. It's everywhere. Here's his company.
I mean, no, it's pretty obvious. I'm just
Who
saying.
do you think they
from
want?
the lawyer,
They want
from the
those
lawyer
five, or they
standpoint,
want?
on his defense, there's no crime there.
Now let me ask you something. How many of the 6 you think already had given Durk up? I'm gonna say at least 3.
I'm gonna say at least 2.
What you think, Jack?
I
or
think
how many out of 5, rather? Because Durk made the 6.
So
I'm gonna say at least 3.
I think there's at least 5 other cooperants or people who gave info that's not named of these 6.
No, I'm not even talking about them. Because we're gonna exclude them. I think the number 2,
oh,
the number 3, the number 2,
4.
the number 3, and the number 4.
Okay.
So I don't know who the number 5 is.
Hey, that's the minimum. That's the minimum. Then now we're gonna see. Now we're gonna see some more interesting stuff. The dude who he gave out the guns, I checked him out. Apparently, he used to be King Von's manager. His name is OTF Vonnie. Apparently, he's the one who flew via private jet. Maybe he keeps it solid. I'm gonna give him a pass right now. He's gonna keep it solid. Who's the next one? OTF Didi. He just beat 2 murders, right? And he came home and Durk gave him a career. So he's rapping now. Maybe he keep it solid. I'm being generous right now, right? Now, after that, the other person, so we already said the co-conspirators that's unnamed. The driver, Asa Houston, that person is probably gonna be like, see if they can squeal out of it by saying, hey, I was just driving a car. They're gonna get at that person. Also, that person isn't connected when you look them up compared to everybody else that's really close to Durk. So they're gonna go for self. Also, here's the thing with them cutting pretty much ahead of the snake with getting Durk. Every time, even because I interviewed the guy OTF Didi, and the whole OTF came to my studio, I interviewed him. And you know what he said? He said, man, I ain't gonna lie. One thing about my brothers, when I get in trouble, Durk pay all our bonds, all our lawyers. I don't think that's gonna happen this time. You know the feds play. They're not gonna let you pay for all these niggas' bonds and their lawyers. They're gonna separate and isolate. So now when Durk getting the best representation possible and you're looking at life or death, that driver who didn't pull the trigger, especially if we think that co-conspirator 3 who pulled the trigger is already telling, why wouldn't he tell?
Yeah,
Why not?
Tell it. 1 is enough. I think at least 2 of them is already unfolded.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put it out there. Right now as we speak, I think it's at least 20 people who then gave statements. Dude, Chicago and Atlanta, is where he moved at. I think at least 20 people then gave statements. I think some of them people on that YSL situation then popped some stuff in there about miscellaneous stuff. I think the gun case he had with King Bond in Atlanta, I
might come back.
I think the feds told them, y'all lay back off of that, leave him on the street. We need him to move freely. Because it just disappeared. Case just don't disappear because your man dead. It really falls on you, Luce. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Me and you got a case, they knocked me, and it's gonna fall on you, Luce. They're not gonna just say, well, Wack dead, we gonna dismiss it on you.
By the way, it was a controversial thing when the state dropped it. The state, when they first made the arrest, they said that we have Durk hand going out the window and doing the shooting. When Von died, they said, we don't have enough evidence, we're going to drop the case. And people said, well, what about y'all first statement? Y'all said y'all had Durk. And they said, well, the evidence wouldn't bear out.
If the big brothers call from upstairs and say, hey, drop the case. We working on something bigger. We need him out here. We need him relaxed. What you think the state going to do? What they going to do?
I agree with that. Hey, by the way, if we're also thinking about the ancillary people who are probably cooperating that's not in this shit, so how do we know he's at the hotel? There's some hotel employee, because even if it's co-conspirator 4 is Bricc or whoever else, that person probably don't work at the spot. They girl work down there, or their man's working security or valet. They're the one.
Or they're just in communication with Quando, and he sleeps.
Oh, okay. That's shit. That's the ultimate.
Why you think? Listen, how you think Quando knew? Yo, I'm talking as Quando talk. Cuz I'm talking this nigga whole time. Cuz and everywhere we went, ain't no way, fool. I ain't fucking with this.
That's facts.
Hell no.
That's facts.
Cuz, hey, I ain't crib no more, cuz. I ain't crib no more. And he dropped his flag immediately.
Oh, man.
Immediately, bro.
Immediately. It wasn't no, because we was all like, hold on. Luce probably sit back like, well, he ain't stupid. Because Luce told me. I argued with Luce.
You did.
I argued with Luce.
Exact same story
a
while back. He was arguing with me.
And Bricc comes out and says, at least y'all can't say OTF didn't slide no more. What do you mean? When you talking about something? No. Little wooty woo.
Yeah, bro.
So now you telling the world, he the one introducing, he's probably the one that got the feds looking that way.
By the way, the reason why I thought
how they ain't get that man, that's crazy.
Oh, so what happened was, I think Quando crouched down. The vehicle wasn't bulletproof still, but the guy was standing outside. He's the one who pumped gas, so he's the one. He just caught all the bullets because he's standing in the open. He ain't had nowhere to duck to or nothing.
So he wasn't in the back seat.
I thought they was all in the back seat. And nigga like
I think he tries to jump in. I think there's gonna be a video, but the pictures show them firing from maybe about like 7 to 10 feet away.
No, we know. Come on, 600. You know the gas station is right across the street.
Right
that little
across the
alley
mall.
right there. So from that back, let's say the rear pump to that alley,
it's right there.
About 30 feet.
Right
yeah,
there.
but listen, if it's pictures, you know it's a video coming.
Yeah,
that's
100% video. Yeah, it's a video still, actually. Definitely video coming.
First of all, you in the middle of Beverly Hills. You know, Luce, it's cameras everywhere. It's cameras backing up cameras.
At a gas station, at a mall in Beverly Hills. Oh, man.
Bro, the mall, you're not. Even when you pull out of there, they can trace you wherever you go, block by block, ATM, cameras, right there. They know they know exactly where they went.
Mm-hmm. It was probably, listen, and I also said earlier too, we kept talking, right? This ain't nothing new. They've been backtracked them cameras. Whoever that dude on that wire is, who ran that wire, they knew what they was doing. They just got everything they can to where now you can't get out of it. This is the question I want to ask. Did they only book Durk because he booked in flights?
Yeah.
So if he didn't book them flights, he'd still be on the streets.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know that because we don't know if any of the other people implemented Durk. You got one dude saying he did the shooting because he was promised a record deal.
No. He would have been on the streets for now. So I think they're doing probably another grand jury.
Are you talking about right now? Yeah, you talking about when they pick him up right now?
Yeah.
I don't think they was gonna pick him up yesterday. When he booked that flight to overseas, he was flight risk.
Again, so the way how the feds do, there's two different ways that the feds could do an arrest, right? Especially a felonious arrest. They got to do it either by grand jury indictment, which they prefer, or they could do it usually for some smaller stuff. They'll do just a complaint by a federal officer or somebody who's been sworn in to be a federal officer. For something like murder for hire, they want the grand jury to say it, because again, Durk could go to the court and his first appearance they could get this thrown out, because this is literally says it, and I have the paperwork here. The officer, they're tailing him, and they clearly have the wires on him. They see him about to go to the airport. This is at 8 o'clock, right? They probably did some traffic stop. They called the judge on the phone. It says on here, we got this complaint, calling the California judge over the phone. So this is not grand jury. They called the judge and outlined it, saying, hey, look at this case here. He is co-conspirator 1. It says it directly in this arrest affidavit. They say we need this complaint signed that we pick him up because he's fleeing the country, and that's how they got it.
So Durk is co-conspirator 1.
Yeah. It says
whoa.
That's bad work.
Bad.
The higher you are on the list, the more serious it is. The lower you are, the less serious it is.
That's why
ain't no way out of that. That's life.
Yeah, but you put 3 different flights. Come on now, they know. You wasn't trying to come back.
For him to be co-conspirator 1, after
he's the boss.
Somebody must have started telling immediately.
Internal.
That's right.
I got an old head. I didn't tell you last night. I got an old head in Chicago. He's tapped in, but he lives up in like Milwaukee, a couple hours away. So he's the one hit me like, yo, they just snatched him. I was like 6:30 or so, right? And I thought about it, and I said, damn, they just snatched the other 5. Usually, they would have just snatched everybody at the same time. But the fact that they snatched him, it seemed a little out of order, but now it makes sense now, Act. Where did you get this information, Act, that he was booking flights to Paris?
Yes, so this is a complaint because they brought him in front of a judge this morning. And the judge this morning, you got to have some type of thing, right? Remember, they don't have an indictment on Durk, so they did it through a complaint when they called the judge last night. So they had to present it. They couldn't have it sealed. So I do think there's going to be another. I think they've been working on it, but they wanted Durk to be out here just chilling, thinking he's safe, thinking, well, we don't have enough on you. But as soon as they seen him book 3 flights, they know he ain't trying to go do a show. He ain't coming back. He booked 3 flights to 3 different places. I'm gonna read it. It says, they returned an indictment and for the other 5, and they said, see United States versus Kavan London Grant. That's the lead guy. That's Bonnie. And they said Banks is identified as co-conspirator 1 in the indictment, which is incorporated herein for reference. Okay. And then they basically say some of the statements he said. He told, oh, here we go, even a little more. Around the time that co-conspirator 3 purchased the flights, the iCloud record shows a phone number associated with Durk Banks texted co-conspirator 3 saying, don't book no flights under no names involved with me. Right? The same day, oh, I didn't know this. The same day, Durk gets so it wasn't just Grant on the private jet. Durk flew on the private jet with the guy. So Durk was in LA too. I had no idea. Later
he was in LA when the murder happened?
Yeah, and the guy that was on the private jet with them went to go buy a ski mask for the shooters and got the guns and then paid for the hotel room.
I saw something that said Durk wasn't even in LA when it happened, which makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. Durk was in LA when it happened.
Yeah. Let me read it again. Additionally, on the same day, the hitman traveled from California to Chicago. Banks, which is Durk Banks, also traveled to California with another charged co-conspirator, Grant, on a private jet, which makes sense. Why would some non-famous guy take a private jet? That's even more of a red flag. But Durk's on the plane. You get what I mean? So Durk, and that plane went from Florida to California.
Probably Opalaka to Van Nuys.
Exactly. And then I'll just read the last part of how they caught him. Right? There's a lot more stuff on the funds, and they connect credit cards and all that type of stuff. Right here.
So he's on the plane with the dude that's buying the ski masks.
Yep. So now it says, this is the officer who probably was telling him. It says, I know the following based on my conversation with other law enforcement agents involved in the investigation, my personal involvement. In the early hours of October 24th, 2024, law enforcement arrested Grant, Lindsay, and the other guys. And it says, shortly after making these arrests and executing the search warrants on the 24th, the FBI received notifications from U.S. Customs and Border Protection showing that Durk Banks has been booked as a passenger on 2 international flights. One-way flight from Miami to Dubai, which is in United Arab Emirates, and connecting through Doha, Qatar, scheduled to depart the evening, and another one-way flight from Fort Lauderdale to Switzerland, connecting via New Jersey, also scheduled to depart the evening of October 24th.
So wait.
No, that means he was trying to throw him off. He was booking shit.
Slow down. You can't throw him off because once you got that passport and you flying commercial, right? See what the feds did was took all his information. They didn't freeze his passport. Then they put it in the system and they put an alert and a flag on it, right? At the time they put the alert and the flag on it, anytime that goes off, right, it's going to notify whatever agency that's tracking it, right? So when they seen you got a flight going from Fort Lauderdale to Dubai, and then you got another flight going from Fort Lauderdale to, did you say Qatar?
No, Fort Lauderdale to Switzerland.
And then another one from Fort Lauderdale to Dubai, right?
Yes. So here's the thing. So it looked like those were commercial flights. And
he was trying to get on any first thing smoking.
No. I think these are to throw them off. So the first two, because what private jet has a stop? So these had a stop in New Jersey. I get refueling and stuff, but these had a stop in New Jersey. The one to Switzerland was a connecting flight through New Jersey, and then the one from Miami to Dubai connected through Qatar. And then they said he didn't board either of those, so they probably at whatever airport, and he booked it from 2 different airports, right?
Well, you keep saying private and airport. So was he flying regular commercial or was he flying private?
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I think these flights, they don't really say, but these flights is safe to assume they were commercial from 2 different airports. They were connected stop. Why? He probably knew people were telling them he want them to go wait at the airport for him because you got to get on the plane, right? Instead, he booked a private jet. So he was going to leave on the private. The private was going to leave at 9. So he booked 2 flights before, didn't get on
the private jet going.
And look, at approximately 6:40, the FBI received an additional CBP notification that Banks had been booked as a passenger on a private jet departed Miami and destined for Italy. Scheduled.
So he was booking commercials.
Yeah,
throwing them off. And he was going to jump on the PJ to Italy.
Yeah,
right.
And
now where he went wrong at is, it don't matter where you going.
They looking for you.
Damn ID, you got to clear customs with that passport.
Period.
You can be at 5 different airports. They gonna know, and they're gonna be waiting for you right there at customs.
They clearly were following him too, because they said the flight was for 9. They arrested him around the corner for the airport at 8.
Yeah, see, clearly he don't know what he doing, or somebody around him don't know what he doing. Planes is the dangerous spots to do. So you had to jump in a vehicle or probably and figure it out. You gotta lay low.
Yo, let me tell you something, Act. See, a lot of these dudes, they ain't got the right friends, right? His only way, potential way of getting out of there, right, would have been jumping on a boat, going across the water to the Bahamas, right? And then getting out of there.
We ain't gonna give him no more game, but yeah, it's a whole bunch of ways we can get away with
right.
stuff.
Right. Him trying to leave in the air from the U.S.
Man.
United States got United States on lock.
On lock.
He was supposed to. He is no way. I don't care how many flights you book. Wherever you book the flight,
no good.
He was still giving him his passport as a passenger, his real deal.
Yeah, no,
this is where the white people got the black people beat, because they be having 2, 3 different. They be Daniel this,
man,
Rondo this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
they
he's
can blend
using
in.
his same passport.
You can't blend in with blind dreads nowhere.
Hey, he must have been panicking those couple of hours.
Yeah,
panicking. So he was probably panicking, and you could tell it can't be that many people around him saying this is the way to do it. He was probably just calling, like, or having someone just, yo, I need to get out of here. I got to get out of here. He probably has one little bag, probably even kissed his kids goodbye, probably told his girl he'd be back. Like, he probably even explained the whole situation. He's out of there. And he probably was on the road. Like, he's thinking, oh, they about to come kick my door in. He's probably in a car somewhere saying, I need to get to an airport to get out of here now.
That was the wrong move. He was better off jumping on a jet ski. Go, like that's bad work.
He should have went across that water. His best bet, not to say it would have worked, but to try to do it across that water, go to one of them islands and get up out of here. Because you wasn't going to get up out of here from the United States. I don't care how you book it. Me and 6ix9ine went from Opalaka, remember that, with the girlfriend to the Bahamas, right?
Yeah.
Remember the first time I had a meeting with him one-on-one after our thing? Let me take 6ix9ine and really trust me, right? So I'm like, well, where we meeting at? And we supposed to go on some business, right? So he gives me an address. I'm like, what the fuck is this address? The address is to the private jet airport, right?
Yeah.
So I get into the private jet. He waiting on me. He said, you ready? I said, we gonna have a meeting at the airport? He said, no, let's go. You got your passport, right? You a manager, you keep it on you. I said, yeah. He booked a flight from there to the Bahamas. He got me out of the U.S., right? Just in case I was lining something up. As soon as I walked in, we jumped on the PJ, went straight to the Bahamas. He said, now we can have our meeting. Straight up. And I said, well, you got a room? He said, Wack. Book us out to Atlanta. I said, you know they booked up. He said, work your magic, you a manager. So I had to get us a room, and that's where we ran into the comedian dude. And he would, like, that's how he played me the first time. Straight up.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question. If you a guy that's involved in the streets knowing that these things could, you never know when somebody's gonna snitch or when this shit gonna come crumbling down. You gotta have that, I mean, maybe I watch too many movies. You gotta have that, like, all right, I need to get low. Like, you have a plan for it. You can't be just like, yo, call my travel agent, book a flight to Switzerland. Like you gotta have I'm low.
Some people ain't been through that. Some people ain't been through that.
But you have to understand, real street niggas know once the feds is on you, you might as well turn yourself up and turn yourself in. You ain't gonna get away with it.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what I would have done. I would have went back to my suite, ordered me a nice juicy steak, some spinach, double cranberry, had sex with R&B until the food got there, had sex with R&B while I was eating the food, and had sex until they knocked on the door. And I'd have went to my cell, and I would just went to sleep.
Look, see, the reason why I made to where I'm at, got away with everything, I was very, very paranoid. It's a very paranoid, stressful lifestyle when you live in them streets. So I was always overly cautious with a whole bunch of plans, right? So unfortunately, I'm not in no more. But when I was in it, at any given time, my whole situation would have been straight, you know? So,
but I'll tell you this, though. I will tell you this. Everybody need to slow down and rethink what you're doing, because they are amongst us.
It's different. Like, it's different now. Like,
the police
we got away with
winning.
what we got away with before, and we was fortunate not being this type of technology rat-loving era. You know, it's hard now. You know what I'm saying? To do all this stuff that these dudes doing, especially talking about it, rapping about it, putting it all on social media, bragging about it. Like, it's really hard to get away with stuff now.
Your fans applied to peer pressure. When you gonna slide? When you gonna slide? A bunch of Poindexter dudes that ain't never did nothing, that play video games all day. When you gonna slide? And guess what? One thing we can say is he gave his life
but
for his homie's life.
Yeah, but we all missing the fact that Quando Rondo is the one that basically started it. Do you get what I'm saying? Because once he got hit, his man is dead, he panicked. He basically said, check my phone. You get what I'm saying? And who you think?
Oh, yeah, he didn't say that, right?
Hold on.
The locations was coming from. Come on. Y'all don't get it how they actually got Zaire?
Hey, loose. Nah. That's a. So when
are you saying Quando had his locations on, sharing it with somebody?
No. Well, he's saying is that the conversation we had before, because remember, I was like, maybe somebody at the hotel and said, nah, maybe it was somebody that's right up underneath him, like, oh, Quando, we fuck with you, but they're getting the location relating it back to Durk. Now, what happened is when everything happened and the police ran over there and Quando's seen his friend, he's like, no, and he's going on like that. The cop is trying to get a statement from him. He said, I don't know. And then eventually he says to the cop, check my phone. So if they go in the phone, they're going to look at everybody he texted. All right, so you texted him.
Yeah, why would he say check my phone?
He was panicking.
Because he's just trying to say, man, I ain't had nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah.
Right, so I want to clear him, right? Because y'all, okay, so Quando saying, check my phone. I don't got nothing to do with nothing.
Nothing to do with nothing.
I ain't set nobody up. I ain't that I'm still alive and he dead because I told somebody to pull up.
Yeah.
I'll be wondering why you ain't dead, right? So he's saying check my phone to clear itself. Not knowing that whoever he been texting on some cool stuff might be in the phone. Now, hold on, let's tie it together. What did Bricc say they took and haven't given back?
Took his phone.
That's what I'm saying.
And they ain't gave it back.
Well, so that connects a couple of things, right? So if they get the leads from Quando's phone, they're gonna go out. Whoever he called in the last week or texted, everybody got to go get a conversation. You got to go talk to the police about, yo, what's up? What'd you know about the nature of that trip? What'd you know about their whereabouts that day? So they got a list of names. They got leads because I know exactly what video Luz is talking about. They're asking what happened. The guy's trying to write. He's standing right in front of them. They're pulling out the guy out of the car. And he said, I don't know what happened. I don't know. And they're trying to get the info. And once he say check the phone, that's where the leads gonna come from. Obviously,
but his check the phone was, I ain't did nothing. He ain't even knowing at the time he been lined up. At that time, Quando did not know he had been lined up.
He didn't have a clue what's going on.
He didn't have a clue. So when he said check my phone, it wasn't like he dry snitching. He like, yo, I ain't had nothing to do with nothing. Check my phone. Like I ain't communicating with nobody about nothing. But within checking that phone, they probably seen who he was communicating with. Quando at the time probably had no knowledge that the people we communicating with is lining him. Now, I wouldn't doubt if the police told him, hey, this person, you know this person, this, because somebody or something woke him up that the people he checked in with lined him up.
Yeah, they probably went back to him and started questioning him again, and probably said, "Hey, this person who he was messaging, what's your relationship?" He probably could put two and two together, like, "Oh, okay." Oh,
and then he probably they say, "Well, do you know this person?" Because they probably looking at where it's going. Here it's going. He might have knew a name, maybe he didn't, but whatever it is, as soon as he got back to Georgia, because I was wondering where it came from, because you know Quando was cripping.
Man, that nigga said, nigga, that's all he know.
All he know, he said, I'm done with it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to tell you, Puka. But when they came and got his phone, they actually literally. Why y'all keep laughing?
Oh,
no, but literally they got his phone, and that's how we here now. And then he start dropping pins on the internet. You get what I'm saying? Like OTF slid and all the other stuff like that, because he wanted people to know, like, okay.
That was February. He told 600 they've been on him since March. They hit him. They went to his house with the arrest warrant for his phone in June. They find a K in the process of that. Right? They let him out. He called 600, tell 600. Now 600 is making sense. Remember remember this? Remember we said, if they pick Bricc up for a K, remember we sleep to the phone. Why are they asking him about Big U? Because remember, he got out screaming, they on Big U. He got a RICO coming, but it's a Big U RICO. It ain't got nothing to do with the hood. Why are they, but it makes sense because Quando and Big U were in communication.
Big useless, you got caught again.
Well, like I said, dude is a goofy, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and then he got open cases right now, bro. So it's like,
this is ugly. It's ugly and it's scary, and kids say no to gangs. I'm crossing over country rap, Black Montana from Birmingham, Alabama. We got an album done. You know what I'm saying? Loose already sent it in. You think I'm playing? I'm gonna send you a couple of tracks live. I'm serious, right? But I'm thinking about it. I don't think you catching it. They go there February.
No, I'm hearing all this.
They go there in June because he tells 600. 6 called me. Go there in June to get the phone, find the AK in the process. He goes in, lies to Adam, say he need bail money. It's a fair thing. They let him go because he cooperating. While they get in there, they start questioning him about that, possibly these pin drops. Big U this, Big U that. Now, we don't know if he brought Big U up or they brought Big U up, because when they got his phone or whatever they knew, or this is who he checked in with, we don't know. He gets out, calls 600, because 600's playing buddy old power with him. Tell 600, Big U got indictment coming. They just let me out. Boom, 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 boom. It's a RICO coming, a Big U RICO. And we wondering, remember Luce, you said, why would they be talking to Bricc about Big U?
Yeah, because I got mad at 600. I'm like, oh, 600, like, why you didn't say anything? Dead homies. And then that's when I left. Remember?
Yeah, you was hot. You was hot. But we still trying to figure it out, though, Six.
Man.
Remember, we trying to, we don't know why the Fed is asking him about Big U. Now, when I knew everything was weird over there, is after he told you, hey, listen, cuz, it's a few things I got to do, but just take it with a grain of salt. He got a video of me doing some things, and he telling me if I don't go back at y'all on the platform, he gonna turn it in. Which Loose Cannon, as we learned 2 months ago, he will do that. He did it to you, right? So it's a good chance that old Big Useless might be in the superseding indictment.
Bro.
Well, this
he got enough going on already. He already got indictment.
What I would say is this, though. We're going to probably have to give it a couple months as more court documents come out and all the superseding indictments get filed. But I'll say this. If this goes down and we don't find out, it should be named. You got to remember, like, you have a right to know who the people who are, because these co-conspirators, like for example, 2 is gonna say, whenever they cuff him, or if maybe he's in cuffs already or he's telling already, but his thing is gonna be like, well, this guy told us. They're all gonna say,
Big, you got 2 names.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: if they don't name co-conspirator 4, that means he's probably still cooperating in other cases. Now that's gonna be for y'all to figure out because he's on y'all coast. But
well, like I say, Big, you already on paperwork for telling under a whole other name, so we got 2 names. You know what I mean?
What?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
David Austin. He went
David
to jail.
Austin.
He had an ID with David Austin on it. And he's on paperwork making statements under that name too. Them facts. That's been out. So, we'll look out for both names.
Yeah, but y'all gotta look at that. Eventually, if we don't find out who co-conspirator 4 is,
He's still working.
person, he's still cooperating for the federal government. Which again,
that's a person with no court dates, or because you got to remember, bro. After he got picked up for the situation with him and his wife regarding that 5013C, they let him go 2-3 days later. I throw the birdie out there. Yeah, he reached out to an NFL player. He immediately reached to the boy we know over there, next door to y'all. He like, Wack, this dude calling me. I said, I threw a birdie out there. I know you ain't told me, but I know. He said, yeah, man, he accused me, man, but keep it real. He pulled up on me. What you saying is real, but I didn't tell you, but now I know. But my thing is, if your feds is on you about that account, how was LA County and the grid still contracted and paying that account? Just like Big Brother will call down to Atlanta and say, hey, get up off Durk. They'll call down at LAPD and say, hey, get up off him, let him resume normal program.
Well, he admitted that the Fed seized his accounts and all that when they picked him up and hit the store. So,
No, he ignored. He denied it at first.
Oh yeah. So
remember, he denied all that.
Right.
He eventually admitted he'd been walking around telling people he might go do Fourt.
Yeah. He told the homies that.
Yeah, wow. And then the family contacted us about the situation in Vegas because they online with them people with an indictment. So this dude got all kind of things going on. Then we got Luce, the other man, contacted us about
the extortion
situation, which he says old boy's in his paperwork directly. He said he
told on me.
Yeah.
Bro, the little homie on a recorded phone call from LA County called me and said, what's up with this nigga Big U, bro? I'm like, what up? Man, could act like he high power. Nigga, this nigga all in my paperwork. I said, huh? He said, yeah, bro, dead homies. I said, ooh, wait. That's crazy. He in there for Howard. He just took a dub.
Now, at one point in time, all my dudes on the East Coast in New York swore to God that I didn't like New York because I was reporting on a lot of things going on in New York. At the time, it was going on in New York. Now, it's going on in LA. Now, it's going on in Chicago. I tell people, it's going on in Atlanta. Every region gets its turn. Don't take it personal. What y'all need to do is do your research, do your math, right? And run your content. We don't get mad if you're running content on what's going on over here. We're going to pay attention, chime in, help you out, correct you, but we're not going to say you hate LA. You know what I'm saying? Us having a conversation about what's going on in Chicago, right? It's in the blogs, right? Now, with you act, they may say you on some BS because they've been blaming you for a decade or better about Chicago, right? But I've been in the car with you where I've seen you get text messages, put this up, we just slid on this fool. Here go the video, here go the picture of the tape, and you said absolutely not. We'll pay you act $5,000 to put it up. Absolutely not. That's why when I hear people say, yo, act, you be this, yo, act ain't got no camera crew running around like storm watchers, storm chasers talking about get the content. They're sending it to act. Yeah, I've seen this man deny tons of it. Like, nah, bro, you gonna go to jail. They gonna blame me, or you gonna get killed tomorrow. They gonna, yo, put it up. And they get mad at you, act, for not putting it up.
Yeah, I always said there was some shooting happening at Rolling Loud. The artist, that his name is not even 10 miles near. What do you mean let him know? That was us who got it into it with them bitch ass. I just stayed out of it because it was just gonna look like I'm telling on the guy because the police reported it and the news reported that as somebody got shot, but this was a shootout. Who knows what's involved? and this person tells me, they send me the article. They said, that's us. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. You know, I mean, I always tell people when they hit me up, I'm like, I hope your phone ain't tapped, because sometimes y'all will just call me and just tell me because you're trying to make the blog, be like, it happened before with I won't mention the names again, but a rapper who got shot in California. 2 minutes after the shooting, they're around the corner in the car. They say, yo, did you hear that so-and-so got shot? It didn't even make the blogs yet. I said, no. They said, well, trust me, he gonna need some assistance. I said, damn, you sure about this? It said, they put the phone, they said, he did it. So, all right, I'm gonna just leave that one alone. So, you know, with stuff like that, if I put it up there and I kind of hint towards it, when the police come and pick these guys up, even though if they're acting this reckless, they seem like they don't care. Everybody gonna blame me. So those ones I kind of stay out of. But
now,
these days I'm reading from. I pull stuff up on the government website. I'm not bringing nothing new to the table. I'm here to decode for the regular civilians that are trying to figure out what is being alleged. And when I see this Durk complaint, I read it through. Shit, I have a college degree. I said, you know what? Co-conspirator one sounds like a boss. I think that might be Durk. If I am a bet man, this morning we find out.
That's not what you said.
No. I said it was Durk. I didn't think they.
That's how you lost the bet. So yesterday, 600, I called in. He doubts me. We placed a bet. This is my brother, so his money ain't good with me. So I did a bet that's a break-even bet. I said, okay, if I lose the bet, we need 4 first-class fights for the Xposers to come down and sit down and do the podcast with you. You gonna make the money back off the podcast anyway. So he took the bet. So whenever we decide and whenever it's time for us to do our thing, good old Wack, he gonna fly us in on JetBlue Minnow, an American with the full layback seats, and we going to see. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that right, Act?
You're right, but anyway, hold on, Wack. The bet wasn't that. So I knew Durk was co-conspirator 1. Here's the thing, though. The feds
didn't know they grabbed him.
Yeah, I didn't think they would have grabbed him, or else why not put his name? Why not put his name in that indictment earlier? But then we now realize why. They felt he was going to be in Switzerland, you know what I mean, doing some other stuff.
I told you they grabbed him. He didn't believe me. I said, they got him.
That's crazy.
They got him. So, look, Ack, I appreciate you pulling up. We're going to continue this movement. Salute to you. You know, we here for you. You know, that's what we here. We build. I'm gonna get with the 100 side, see when they want you to pull up. We're gonna continue to follow this closely. The Xposers hard on the case. When the work hit, we're gonna definitely go over it. We're gonna keep it going. Until next time, right? Everybody stay safe, stay sound. Kids, stay out of trouble, stay out of gangs. If you're part of a gang, get away from the gang. Go visit your mother in backwoods, Tennessee for like 2 summers, and then get you a nice job and learn a nice trade and get you a nice Southern woman, and don't come back.
If you do go back, they're gonna be all dead or in jail. And you're gonna be on this show getting exposed.
There you go. And we out. The Xposers.
Peace out.
Drop a comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about the content. Shout out to Wack 100, 600, Loose Cannon, DJ Akademiks, man, bringing the content yet again. Like the video, share the video, and tell a friend and tell a friend. We got content, And be sure to keep that notification bell turned on. You don't want to miss out on no premium content. I will deliver 24/7 around the clock, you already know. And everybody out there working hard, remember, if you believe it, you'll achieve it. And there it go. But until next time, it's your boy Ray Given, I'm gone. God bless. Peace.